My neighbor went missing 3 days ago, and I found out why. And it connects back to something the HOA has been covering up for years. I found her name carved into the walls of the old community center basement. Her name, and 47 other names carved into the concrete like some kind of registry. When I confronted the HOA president about it, she didn't deny it. Se lo ed. And then she said something that made my blood go cold. You shouldn't have gone down there. Now, you're part of the history. That's when I realized I wasn't investigating a mystery. I was trapped in one. And what happened next? I'm still not sure I'm safe telling you. I moved into this neighborhood 8 months ago. First home. We were excited. The HOA was strict. Weirdly strict. I got a warning letter because my mailbox was 3 inches off. My girlfriend got fined for hanging a wreath in August, but we followed the rules and paid the fines. Then I noticed something at the community center. During an HOA meeting, the president, Margaret, pulled me aside and told me not to wander certain areas. For safety reasons, she said. But there was no construction, no equipment, just closed-off sections. I asked why, and she went cold, dead cold. That was the moment I knew something was seriously wrong. I started digging into the neighborhood records. Since 1993, 347 residents have moved in, but there are only 92 households now. Do the math. More than 250 people vanished in less than 30 years, and not gradually, entire groups left within months of each other. I found old newspaper articles about residents who suddenly relocated, a doctor and therapist who left their thriving practice, a family who abandoned their home, all between 2003 and 2015. No real reasons, just gone. Then I found a forum post from 2019 that said, if you move there, the HOA will find a reason to make you leave, and if you don't leave, then make sure you disappear. The post was deleted immediately, but someone had screenshotted it. I went to the community center at night. I found the basement door. It wasn't locked, just open, waiting. When I went down, the smell hit me first. Stale. Wrong. And then I saw the wall. Names. Dozens of them. Carved into the concrete, deep scratches. Like someone spent time on each one. Margaret Cheney, menos 1994. And David Torres, 1999. Susan Park, minus 2003. And they kept going. 47 names total. That's when I heard footsteps above me. Margaret was standing at the top of the basement stairs. She wasn't surprised. She was smiling. She said, I was wondering when you'd find this room. She walked down slowly and told me these were residents who didn't work out, who wouldn't follow the vision. When I asked what vision, she pointed to a locked metal door at the far end of the basement and said, evidence of what happens when people choose wrong. That's when my girlfriend called. Police were at our house. Someone reported us for illegal electrical work, structural violations, property violations. All fabricated. Margaret was retaliating. I told the police about the basement, the names, the locked door. The officer laughed. He said carved names sounded like historical graffiti and suggested I hire a lawyer if I had a dispute with the HOA. But he agreed to check the basement, so we went bike me, my girlfriend, 2 officers, and Margaret. The basement door was locked. Margaret said she had no key. They broke it open. The wall was blank. Completely blank. 47 names. Gone. Sanded over. The concrete was still damp from fresh work. One officer found the metal door. He demanded Margaret open it. She refused. Said it was unsafe. He forced it open anyway. Inside was just storage. Old chairs. Boxers. Nothing else. The police left. They said it was a civil matter. My girlfriend wanted to hire a lawyer. But what would we even sue for? A wall that doesn't exist anymore. Then I got a text from an unknown number. It said, you were supposed to read the names and leave. Now you know too much. Welcome to the neighborhood. I've been getting messages every day since. Never threatening, never direct, but always watching. My girlfriend wants to move. No real estate agent will list our house. Moving companies claim to be booked for months. Every morning, new HOA violation notices appear on my door. Fabricated violations. I looked up all the residents who left, the ones whose names were carved in that wall. And I found something. They all moved to the same 3 neighborhoods within a 50-mile radius, all developed by the same company, all with the same architecture, all with HOAs. I checked those neighborhoods' forums, the same patterns, the same complaints, the same disappearances. It's not one neighborhood. It's a network, a system. And those names weren't just people who left. They were people being transferred, monitored, controlled, selected. And now I'm part of it. I'm in the system. I can't leave. I can't sell. I can't escape. Every door I try to open closes before I reach it. The question I ask myself every night is, what happens when they decide I am next? I'm posting this because I don't know what else to do. If something happens to me, this is evidence. If you recognize your neighborhood in this story, dig deeper. Check your HOA records. Ask questions. Subscribe because people need to know this is real. And if you ever see your neighborhood name in a list of best HOA communities, single quotes, ... Run. Don't move there. Because what looks like paradise on the surface is something much darker underneath.